What's up, goons? We tried something new there. The music faded down in my ears, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's always been fading down in their ears.
Yeah, I didn't know how loud this beer opening was going to be. I don't have cans, I have bottles. I mean, normally it starts with me opening a beer.
Yeah, that's why I usually wait to the like the first triple da-da-da, and then I lower the music down to hear the... I'm a bit of an audio engineer, Chris. I don't know if you know that.
I mean, I was told that you're not used to engineering 3 weeks ago.
I don't know who would say such a thing. I'm a fucking
you
master.
You said that to your boss, Robert Hutchinson, in this very room. He said, I'm not used to engineering. And he looked at you and said, you guys have been doing this show for 2 years.
Yeah, but like, you know.
Let's just see. This is Notes of a Goon. I am your host, Chris from Brooklyn, Chris Vega, and I'm joined, as always, from my stalwart audio engineer, Michael Harrington. How are you, Mike?
I'm feeling stalwart as ever, Chris.
Not feeling very engineer-y, but very stalwart.
I am very stalwart, dude.
Have you gotten more engineering in the last 2 weeks?
I feel like I have. I've been keeping an eye on the bar that makes sure that we're recording audio way better.
Because there was that one time that we didn't.
There was that one time
where
that
monkey business going on.
We missed out on the monkey business.
We also, I think, missed the submission deadline for the David Prize.
Did we? No. Fuck. Did we really?
I think it was last week.
Oh man, a couple times.
The monkey business thing would have been great. And I saw Luke last Friday too.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with him next Friday.
Yeah, I saw him. I did the all Filipino comedy show with him.
Shut up. You're an honorary member of the tribe?
I just pretended I was Luke's Italian dad.
Manny Jacquiao?
Yeah. No, you have Presta Jacquiao?
Hell yeah, dude.
No, I just, it was in my neighborhood, and I was like, you guys are going to give me a spot, right? I'm here. I'm going to drink beers. Also, if you're in that neighborhood, go to Street Boy BK in Titmus Park. The food is very good, and the owners are cool as fuck. And it's BYOB, but just BYOB and don't say nothing.
Wait, so Luke's got a show at like just a...
It's a Young Josh's show.
Oh.
It's all Filipino show. So Luke's been hosting them, and I just pop over.
Luke's been hosting for Josh every week?
It's not every week. They just been doing them randomly here and there. And like I said, it's 5 blocks from my house. I can not go hang out with two. It is very weird to go hang out with all Asian dudes at an Asian show and then hang out with 2 Asian chefs and all Asian. I feel gigantic, I'll be honest. I feel like I'm a huge man.
Do people stop and ask for your picture at these shows?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's very strange.
You should just start walking around with a title belt. People will believe you're Andre the Giant showing up in Tokyo.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, it's been good. Any old business, Mike?
I don't have any old business. Do you
sure?
have any old business?
You sure you don't have any old business?
What old business would I have?
I don't know. I thought maybe you'd have some old business.
No, that you gave me a homework assignment, which I'm really excited for.
What do you mean?
You gave me a homework assignment before the show.
Did
It's
I?
going to be a very spooky special drop for
next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're being visited by Ghost of Christmas Future right now.
Yeah.
Telling you about what's
for
coming.
our Christmas show that's going to come out 2 days after Christmas.
So that's new business. You want it to come out? You want a special treat to come out a little early?
No, it can just come out 2 days after. That's actually my dead grandmother's birthday, so spooky Christmas. 27th is my dead grandmother's birthday, so.
Okay.
Well, both my grandmothers are dead.
Okay.
One of my dead grandmother's birthdays. I don't think my other grandmother knew her birthday. I told you my dad didn't know his real birthday, right?
You did tell me this, and it still boggles the mind.
Yeah, it does bottle the mind, doesn't it? It really puts your head in a bottle and shakes it up, right? That's that. Okay. But yeah, my dad didn't know. Did I say that on the show?
Yes, you did.
Oh, well, if anybody didn't hear that episode, yeah, my father claimed he did not know his real birthday because he was born in 1930, and apparently in the Depression, they couldn't afford birthdays. So at some point when he went to school, his mother just went, I think she picked a date early enough before the cutoff so he could go to, so it was like November 30th, and they were like, I'm not sure if this is right, but we need this kid to go to school this year. He was the only one born here, and they needed to get him into public school so they could get the other kids to work so they didn't have to watch him. Is the depression, you know.
Dude, I remember, you ever seen Cinderella Man?
No.
You never seen Cinderella Man with fucking Russell Crowe?
No, my father's second oldest brother's favorite movie.
It's honestly obviously. Like, if he lived through that, of course that's your favorite movie, because it's the best depression movie that ever existed.
Really?
Yeah. It's the best. Honestly, the only way I understood, like, how the depression kind of worked through watching Cinderella Man.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched some of those YouTube videos about the kind of crappy food they had to eat, and it looked really crappy.
Isn't that where popcorn, like, came from?
Oh, yeah, because it's very cheap.
Yeah.
And you can like, have a big bowl of it, and it feels like you've eaten a lot, even though you haven't eaten a lot.
Yeah.
That is a big part of the reason why popcorn became like such a popular treat.
Yeah.
It was a big part of the reason why people went to the movies, just to get popcorn.
Just fresh, hot food.
It's kind of crazy how, like, we've talked about this. This is also a depression era thing. Is like, you know, Gem Spot. Remember when Gem Spot went out of business and we talked about it? Like, the egg cream's a stupid thing. It's just that if you carbonated anything back then, people were like, wow, it's the beverage of the future. Because they didn't know how they got the bubbles in there. You know what I mean? They're like, how do they do that?
We should start doing that for more stuff.
Dude, you could just buy a soda stream and put bubbles into whiskey now. Like, it doesn't matter, like, anymore. You can put bubbles into motor oil and drink that if you want.
You should probably not do that.
Well, I'm not saying you should, but you can put bubbles into your Listerine and you can OxyClean your teeth.
Yo, that sounds like it might be a hit.
I mean, I think if we hooked up a soda stream to a bidet, get them bubble blast in your butthole, it's like you're farting backwards. You know what I mean?
Dude, it would the bubbles would go up in your butthole, right? And would fucking attack the poop with a little fucking...
Yeah, like the scrubbing bubbles.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just fucking clean your colon right out.
Yeah. Oof. It's a good idea.
Put some Listerine in there, too?
I don't think you should put Listerine in your butt.
Just a little bit.
I think that's dumber than the motor oil.
No, you dilute it, like...
A lot.
Like, I'm saying, like...
I feel like there's got to be a natural cleaning solution you could put in your butt that isn't Listerine.
Yeah, but what's going to make your butthole smell fresher?
Eucalyptus?
That actually sounds nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little lavender?
A little lavender, a little peppermint?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is it. This new generation loves eating ass.
And, imagine you could eat ass and freshen your breath.
Dog. They're all using Tom's toothpaste. It's just that
in their
shit.
assholes?
No, on their fucking dumb mouths, but then they put their mouths on the assholes.
Did you ever see that My Strange Addiction where the guy kept fucking his ass with a toothbrush because he was obsessed with having a clean asshole?
Yeah, Freddy Got Fingered. We've all seen it.
Was he doing that there?
Yeah. That was the best bit in that whole movie. It was Tom Green.
No. Backwards Man.
Man, what a fucking classic that was.
What a good movie. Dude, I can't believe for years I had to argue with people. For years. I'm talking about, like, years. I was like, y'all are crazy. This is the funniest movie of all time. And it might not be the funniest movie of all time, but for years people were like, I mean, maybe it's just because I grew up around black people and they were like, that's some white people ass shit. But, like, for years people were like, nah, don't fuck with that Freddy Got Fingered. That's that gay shit. Tom Green eyed on MTV, but that's some gay shit.
They did just like, they were like, hey, Tom, you're killing it at MTV. Here's $10 million.
And he was like, I'm going to make the best movie you've ever seen.
I'm going to do everything that has made my friends laugh while very stoned.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And also, Rip Torn is going to call me gay 100 times.
Dog, did I ever tell you about the time I was homeless and took a walk for like 20 blocks with Tom Green?
I would have way preferred you said Rip Torn, but okay.
Oh, man. Me too. I would just, like, all dodgeball questions.
Because I know how you met Tom Green. I would have been like, how'd you meet Rip Torn? And you'd have been like, he was on the bench next to me.
We were both riding the...
He was like, if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge these nuts in your mouth. And then tried to make me blow him. And I was like, whoa, Rip Torn, you don't even have a car for me to ride in.
Yeah, dude, we were both on the Q train. Trying to sleep it off. No, I met Tom Green. Took a little, he was trying to get to the West Village from the stand. I was like, Tom, I'll walk you there. We were just chatting. Mm-hmm. He was talking about fucking starting on public access in Canada. It was tight. That's where we fucked up, dude. We need to get like a public access show.
Who?
You and me.
Are you talking about at the Brick in Brooklyn? BCAT is now the Brick.
What?
Dude, I remember me and my buddy were watching a BCAT show.
What is this?
BCAT is Brooklyn Community Access Television.
Oh, okay.
BCAT. And then now it's called The Brick. I don't know why it's called The Brick. It's BRIC. The studio is very nice. I actually did a comedy show for this dude who's a hip-hop producer and community activist in Flatbush named Bobby Stone, who I've known for like 18 years. Hit me up out of nowhere and was like, hey, you do comedy now, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I had a comedian drop. And I was like 6 months into comedy. I should not have been recording anything. But here's what's funny. Reggie Edwards was on that show. You know Reggie, right?
Of course.
Yeah, Reggie was on that show. Possibly like Dory Dimples was on that show too.
Oh, so you must have killed.
Yes, I did very well on that show. Here's what was funny about that show, though, is it was all these white people who came because, like I said, this dude whose real name isn't Bobby Stone, but whatever, that's his like hip hop name. He is a community organizer thing, so all these white people showed up early for this TV taping because they were like, "This is a TV taping, we have to be on time." And then all the black people from Flatbush showed up like an hour late, and that's when the show started. And I killed with them. But I had to talk over all these white people. It was really cool to talk over a bunch of white people to black people because I feel like society is the opposite. You know what I mean? People usually talk over, the poor minority. At least that's what the Democratic Party's been telling me. But I had fun. Literally this old Jamaican guy was like, "You're very talented. You should keep doing this." And I was like, that's all I ever wanted to hear. Just an old, wise black man that probably knows something about Rastafarianism telling me to keep going.
You got Bagger Vanced?
I wouldn't say that. That's racist.
Why is that racist?
Who wrote Bagger Vance? Did Stephen Pressfield write Bagger Vance?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'll look it up. Is that a racist guy?
No, he wrote The War of Art and Turning Pro, which are both good audiobooks. I re-listen to him all the time. Hasn't helped a lick. Joe Rogan seems to love it.
Yeah?
Well, what's funny is I heard about it from my girlfriend, and then I was like, that sounds like stupid shit. And then I heard Joe Rogan mention it, and I go, I gotta listen to this.
So it's loosely based on the Hindu sacred text, the Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita.
For a vagabond, I think you know how to spell Bhagavad.
Honestly, yeah, dude. I'm just on my fucking Krishna shit.
Yeah. You really are.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's like a god appears, but instead of a god in this one, it was Will Smith,
and he was a caddy.
I mean,
and then they had to fight an alligator over a hand.
Yeah.
That's how that movie went, right?
Yeah.
Alligator was Vishnu, right?
Was that before or after he had to win Rene Russo back?
I think that was at the end.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he hits the ball down the cart path.
Yep.
And then Vishnu shows up.
Exactly.
Like, what's up?
So, all right, this is all the old business. Have we wrapped it up?
I think we're good.
Yeah. My dad was born in the Depression. That's old business.
You should watch Cinderella.
I talked to some black guys. That's some old business. I should watch Cinderella Man.
Yeah.
How long is Cinderella Man? Because we got to talk about. We're going to talk. I feel like we should do some politics after all this nonsense we're talking right now.
Yeah.
But we do have to talk about Black Adam at some point in this episode.
Yeah, for sure. 2 hours 24 minutes. Let's see how long The Legend of Bagger Vance is, because that's probably the second best Depression movie.
It took place in the Depression, right?
Oh yeah.
They made him go into the backyard of the country club, even though he was a ghost and he could just appear in places.
I don't think they touched on that.
Did they not?
Yeah.
You sure?
Maybe.
Look, I'm pretty well versed in The Legend of Bagger Vance, starring my man Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
It was Forrest Whitaker and Bruce Willis, right?
And,
it was called Cop Out.
Yeah, it was Scarlett Johansson.
yeah, that's the bitch.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, the movie's great.
He was like, yo, use a 3-wood, bitch.
Oh,
then he was hanging out with the ice cream man, but it was RZA. Remember that?
Yeah, because Tracy Morgan had the cameo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to get that gopher pregnant. and then Rodney Dangerfield was drinking whiskey. It was crazy. I think Kevin Costner was fucking using fucking gardening tools. It was a crazy tournament. Bob Barker was there. Nuts. There's too many movies about golf. It's ridiculous. Nothing happens.
I don't know, man. There's drama in that. Yo, you're telling me when you got a hit over the alligator Vishnu fucking metaphor,
It's true.
right? With a 3-wood that you're getting screamed at.
If your ball lands on the Rainbow Bridge, that's it. You got to take a mulligan.
It's nightmare shit.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. I did see a video of John Daly that I had never seen before of him just going, your dick's not bigger than mine. You can't drink more than me, and I'll kick your fucking ass. And that was the whole video. And I was like, I watched it 4 times. I was like, this guy fucking rules.
Damn, dude. Honestly, I wish any UFC fighter talked like that.
Doesn't he seem like he could be Trump's looper from like 8 years from now? Like he just went back in time and got stuck there. Like Trump discovers time travel to go back and fix the 2016 election, right? Or the 2020 election, rather. And he goes too far back and goes, fuck. Nobody believes that I'm Donald Trump because I'm an old crazy man now who spent all my time. He took all his NFT money and built a time machine. And he's back in time. And then he just becomes John Daly. And then he meets Bagger Vance. It's crazy. Somebody take a bunch of notes on everything me and Mike just said, and I think we have our comic book series. We're going to do it as a manga. You know how they have mangas about, like, sports teams, like, that are just, like, high school basketball teams, but they're crazy? We just do that, but with whatever the hell we just said. I feel like we've got at least as many episodes as Naruto going.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. What's the long one? One Piece?
All right, so here's what I think. I think we got...
Yu Yu Hakusho doesn't have a lot of episodes, I feel like.
How many episodes is Avatar? It's like 7 seasons?
Yeah, probably.
We could beat Avatar.
I mean, we definitely beat... Cowboy Bebop only has like 26 episodes or something. There's less episodes of that than The Tick.
Dog, we got that in a cakewalk.
Yeah, with this Bagger Vance shit. Well, I mean, we'll have to rename it, but, you know, we'll have all the same themes.
No, dog, we can get Will Smith and Tracy Morgan right now.
We can just get the rights to their faces. I think Will Smith is public domain ever since the slap. I don't think he could trademark himself anymore.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get kicked out of the Actors Guild.
Yeah, you public domained.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is just like Tarzan or Zorro.
Winnie the Pooh,
but you have to put a blue shirt on him. Did you know that?
Is that true?
If you make a Winnie the Pooh book, when I convinced Dan Soder to make this racist Winnie the Pooh audiobook in the next 6 weeks, he has to wear a blue shirt.
We can definitely draw blue shirts.
I don't even know. But no, that's the thing. So the original book, he had a blue shirt on the cover. So you can do that. You can't be... Disney has the trademark on the red shirt.
What if we put him in a yellow shirt?
I think you put him in any... He could be naked.
Does Paddington have that?
Paddington has a raincoat. Which I feel like the Curious George... Maybe Paddington is just the Curious George dude, and he became a dude.
Oh, eventually. Like he loved monkeys that much.
I think he just became a man from a bear.
Oh, you think Paddington...
became the man in the hat.
Ooh, okay.
In Curious George.
Yeah, that's why his hat's so big. Because he's underneath the hat is fucking the technology that turns a bear to a man.
I mean, I don't even know if that's what is happening. I think he just evolved. He was talking. Bears don't talk.
Yeah, but I'm saying a bear... All right.
Did Paddington ever meet Winnie the Pooh?
I don't know.
Seems excessive.
That's a fucking... Honestly, got a little... Now, bring together Paddington, Winnie the Pooh, Bagger Vance, all tied in through the gopher from Caddyshack.
Get a little Teddy Ruxpin action in there.
It's a fucking worlds collide,
Did they ever
dude.
bring Teddy Ruxpin back?
I don't know. Is
he
public domain?
Teddy Ruxpin?
Yeah.
I don't know. He was a cassette player. I feel like that can't possibly be in the public domain yet. It's got to be, Action Comics #1 is technically officially in the public domain. So you can't use Superman's name on the cover. And you can't use, like, Perry White doesn't get introduced till later. And there's certain... So you have to use the version of Superman that can't fly. You can only leap tall buildings in a single bound. But technically, the earliest iterations of Superman are in the public domain. You can call the character Clark Kent from Smallville, Kansas, and he can be Superman in your book or media. He just has to only be able to leap tall buildings. And I think it's, more powerful than a locomotive, faster than a speeding bullet. So if he goes 1 mile faster than a speeding bullet, which now bullets are faster. They can be railgun bullets at this point. So these idiots didn't even fucking know how to protect your fucking IP back then. Those fucking morons. So now all he has to do is be just faster than a speeding bullet. He can't be too much faster, because if he gets too much faster, I think that's a problem. He can't fly.
Yeah, but
and
I think tall buildings, dude.
I think nothing short of an exploding shell could pierce his skin was the original thing. That was the original Superman set of powers. So an exploding tank shell could pierce his skin. That's public domain. So we could do this thing where Superman fucks Winnie the Pooh. Just like that. That's what it would sound like, Mike. That's exactly what it sounds like. Oh, father.
Can we get Piglet and Eeyore too, or those aren't?
No, those are. I think you can't do. I mean, are they in that original book?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about Winnie the Pooh. I thought Winnie the Pooh was the only original creation by Walt Disney. Such a hack, by the way. Made nothing except Mickey Mouse. And I'll be honest, I don't even think he wrote that many Mickey Mouse cartoons. And you know they keep moving the date of public domain because of Steamboat Willie. The Disney Corporation has undue power around IP law. And I really need to start taking my ADHD medication every day so that I don't know things like this.
So you don't go down rabbit holes?
So I don't get stuck in rabbit holes going for a honeypot from my friend Rabbit.
Dog, I'm telling you, we start this now, right? A fucking...
Superman fucking Winnie the Pooh.
Just a mass public domain.
It's called Dynamite Comics.
Crossover. Yeah?
Yeah. But there's a lot more characters. Here's the thing. The problem is is the marketing. Because you can't market these characters as themselves. So I think you can call the character Tarzan in the book, but you can't call the book Tarzan. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you can't promote it as a Tarzan book. You can call it Jungle Man, but his name could be Tarzan in the book. And he can have all of the original origins of Tarzan. It could be a reprint of Tarzan. You just can't call it Tarzan. I believe that's how it works. I'm not a lawyer.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of these characters. Like there's a character called Daredevil that they use in Dynamite Comics. And there's all sorts of ones. Black Terror. There's a website called publicdomainsuperheroes.com where you just go and like search superheroes. And obviously like all the Greek gods you can use and stuff, which is this weird thing where it's like when IP law started, that's like a funny thing that's built into IP law is that they kind of go, but you can't own a character forever. Because they knew then you would, like, somebody would still own Hercules or Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that's how fucking weird that is. Is like, there was a point where we had to kind of go, we can't own this forever. That's crazy. Which seems nuts when you think about it, that you can create a character and you don't own it forever.
Yeah, but you own it for the, like...
It's like 100 years. It's like a crazy amount of time.
95 years from first publication or 70 years after your death, whichever one comes sooner.
Yeah. And then it's also kind of like you can keep, like with Superman, they keep adding things. Like you can't do a Superboy story. So like your Superman story, because you can't do a story where he has his powers as a boy. You can't address that because there's this Superboy that they still have. It's not in the public domain. Superboy is not in the public domain. Yeah, it's just everything that appeared in that comic.
If you're writing a logical character's backstory, which
Mike, again, I'm not a lawyer.
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying.
I think we should stick with him fucking Winnie the Pooh. We know we can do that, and you got the laugh down.
It's true.
Yeah,
we can nail this.
Yeah,
just like Superman is gonna nail Winnie the Pooh.
Fuck him right in the fucking butt. He's gonna fuck the stuffing out of him.
Dog. I'm just saying, by 2024...
He's going to be an unstuffed animal by the time he's going to fucking... Dude, Superman's going to pull his cock out of Winnie the Pooh, and it's going to look like... Remember when fucking the first scene in Season 2 of Oz after the prison riot, and they just show Adebisi strung out, heroin dope, and there's just feathers running around because he had torn open the mattress? Remember that in the beginning of Oz, Season 2? Not in the public domain? That's what Superman's dick's going to look like when he pulls it out of Winnie the Pooh's fucking ass.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So the iterations of Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, Rabbit, Kangaroo, Owl, and Christopher Robin, and Tigger.
Whoa! 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 Maybe we leave that one in the past.
Yeah?
I mean, we could change his name to Tyga and he could fuck kids. See, because Tyga, the rapper, fucked Kylie Jenner when she was 14. Oh, God damn it! Racehorse meets Winnie the Pooh? Oh, bother.
I don't know. That seems.
Oh, I think these blacks are a bother.
So, does it become bestiality when it's the racehorse fucking Winnie the Pooh, or is it bestiality when it's Superman? Just starts it off.
At what point does it become? Because I always wondered that. I feel like there's an issue of World's Finest comics where Batman attempts to arrest Swamp Thing's girlfriend for bestiality. I believe that happens. And also, I think that happens to Howard the Duck's girlfriend at one point.
Yeah, for sure. But that makes
That makes a little more sense.
Yeah, because that's just a sentient duck. Swamp Thing is
a force of nature.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to fuck a hurricane. You should be able to open your pussy and catch some wind in it. You know what I mean? He's just a different type of force of nature. But he was technically a man at one point, right? Hammond?
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
What's his name? Hammond? Alex Hammond?
I think so. He was a man.
He was a man and then became a plant.
A man who becomes a Swamp Thing is still
at some point, in some way, a man.
Yeah.
Whereas Howard the Duck is always a duck.
Can you fuck Howard the Duck?
Can I? Sure.
Can Superman?
I mean, I think Lois Lane fucking Superman is technically also fucking interspecies sex, which is illegal. He's Kryptonian.
I mean, yeah, I guess at this point there's no argument why he shouldn't.
Also, according to one old Playboy's cartoon, he comes really fast.
Yeah. He
faster than a speeding bullet, some would say, which is now in the public domain, Mike.
Dude, that would actually be sick.
Does that make that comic strip now in the public domain?
What?
The Playboy one? You've never seen that? It's like a very famous Playboy. You know, they had the comic strips in Playboy. That was one of them where it's just Superman on the bed going, "I'm sorry, this never happens to me," and then just the caption is faster than a speeding bullet.
No, I have not. But we could do. Mm-hmm. We could have him fucking. We could just turn him into like a full-on erotica Superman, right? Mm-hmm. Where he's faster.
I think that's called Mandingo, not in the public domain.
Not yet?
No, not quite.
He hasn't been dead.
Although
for 7
somebody
years?
took his name, much like Rick Ross took Freeway Ricky Ross's name.
So yeah, where does IP come in when it comes to people who are notorious crime figures? Do they have IP rights?
Well, yeah, you have IP rights to your life. You have life story rights. So, like, I know for a fact. That's why I was surprised. Who was I talking to? Maybe Dave Temple was saying Godfather of Harlem is a good show.
Yeah. Bumpy Johnson's.
Yeah, but I remember that Dame Dash had bought the rights. Huh?
Godfrey was saying that.
Oh, it was Godfrey. Yeah. That just makes me look very racist. Dave was just on High Society. That's why I thought. I forgot I was hanging out for a Godfrey show last week. But what was it? Oh yeah. So Damon Dash owned the rights to Bumpy Johnson's life at one point. I know, and I know technically Pimp and all of Iceberg Slim's books are technically not memoirs. They're fictionalized versions of his life, but they were out of print for a really long time because even he didn't have the publishing rights. And the reason why they're back in print, so like a copy of Iceberg, you used to be able to buy a copy of Pimp by Iceberg Slim like on a street corner for $5, and then they went out of print and you couldn't find them anywhere. And like a copy on eBay was like $5,000. And then of all people, Birdman, baby, from Cash Money, bought the rights to all of Iceberg Slim's books and made it so that they are inexpensive and back in print. You can buy any one of them. I don't know if still, but I have a copy of the first run of Pimp from when
Birdman did it.
Yeah, I think it's called Cash Money. It might be called Cash Money Publishing. I don't even remember.
Dude, that's sick.
He's flying any weather and apparently literate. It's crazy.
Did you hear about, you hear Romeo came out against Master P?
Little Romeo.
Lil Romeo, now just Romeo Hartford or something. A man of God.
Okay. A man of gold?
A man of God.
Wait a second. You're telling me he came out against Wait, what did he say Master P did?
He said that him and all of his siblings have been broke since he was like 12 years old, living month to month.
Nah.
Yeah, everything his father's done has like he says he never saw any of his little Romeo money. It all went towards paying off Master P's like massive tax bill. And he's just been stunting on Instagram.
Turns out there was a limit.
No, there's no limit on your credit card when you got Lil Romeo funds coming in.
That's true.
But he's like, yeah, literally every dollar.
I got the hookup. My son's bank account.
Yeah, dude, that's how to be a mogul. Have 7 kids.
What's the name of his book? Guaranteed Success by Percy Miller. I still have a copy of that on my bookshelf. Guaranteed Success.
Is that one of those books you bought on the street corner for $5?
No, I believe I found that for free. As we know on this show, I've made this metaphor before, but books are a lot like vaginas, you see. Some people, once they're finished with them, they put them up on a pedestal, and they display them as trophies, right? And then other people, once they're done with them, they leave them on a street corner for anybody to just finger through, you see.
You should take that on stage.
That's a terrible joke for on stage.
No, that's great. It's got fucking setup. It's got punch.
It's terrible.
No, it's awesome.
It's terrible.
That's perfect.
That's something that if my grandfather, I thought of that, and I was like, damn, I wish my grandfather was still alive. He would fucking love that.
Yeah.
An old Irish man, an old sad Irish man.
If that's not who
vaguely poetic.
If that's not who you're playing to on stage,
is that who I'm playing to?
I mean,
you got to get me booked in more VFW halls,
dog. If you bring that kind of heat
to the VF Dubs,
if you bring that kind of heat, I will have you booked at every American
Fizzy
Legion
Dubs?
From here to fucking Brewster.
I don't know where that is. Brewster's, Massachusetts.
No, Brewster's in New York still, but it's like, dog, there's
got to be 70 or 80 VFW halls between here and there.
Swear to God, I would have your calendar would be booked.
And I'd probably get some sort of scoopable food product that I could slop onto a plate.
No, dude.
And then some white bread on the side.
They do a fucking nice food drive at every one of these places. Mm-hmm. They know how to...
Well, I'm talking about the catering.
That's what I'm saying. They know how to provide a spread.
You think I've never been to a VFW hall?
I'm just saying you're going to get some chicken franchise.
It's a chicken fran vague. It's vaguely chicken franchise.
You're going to get some good soft bread there. Got a nice side salad. That's a spread, salad. My guy.
With that golden yellow Italian dressing that you can only buy in certain bottles, and they fucking slurp it on.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy. Boy.
Just everything is room temperature, the same level of room temperature.
Who made these meatballs? Your mom? Nah, they came from a bag, but you can't tell. No, I can tell. Being nice. Just being nice. No, they came from a bag. Did they come from your ball bag, asshole? See, I'm bringing the heat for the VFW crowd. All right, so this has been old business.
Business so old, it's public domain.
Business, that is the title of this week's episode. Business so old, it's in the public domain. Also, Ben, have fun sorting through that mess to get a coherent clip. Moving on. What's up with the Twitter stuff, Mike? This is a retraction. I know this show comes out the same day as High Society Radio, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a bit of a retraction. So on High Society Radio, which you've already listened to, because canonically, it comes before this.
Yeah.
Right? In the High Society extended universe, right?
High Society.
The through thread is me and Mike, right? We have our own spinoff, and then sometimes Bronx Johnny does food reviews on Facebook. That's the whole, and then there's Lockdown. Just go watch all of it. And then we do the main show. But we said that the Twitter files, Elon Musk's Twitter files, were a bit of a bust.
That was the initial thought on Thursday.
Yeah, we said that. There was some stuff not coming out. And we said there was some interesting stuff, but it's kind of the way it was delivered. Just as a Twitter thread, it's just, and I've been trying to read all of these. They're up to volume 7 now, and it's just blah, blah, blah. It's like, if there was never more of an argument to put long-form video on Twitter quickly, this is it. Because you're hosting this shit on Twitter. But if it's Matt Taibbi and the guy who wrote The Madness of Crowds, because that's the guy who did the new one, the guy who wrote San Francisco, and then Barry Weiss, those are all like magnanimous podcast guests that have like large enough followings and people recognize their faces from YouTube and stuff. If you had them doing these as long form videos, as like almost podcasts by themselves, solo podcasts, you have a clippable thing that would have been picked. None of the media is talking about this, and obviously for various reasons, Twitter was the playground of the corporate media, right? That's what everybody kind of like says. Like basically, you automatically got verified if you worked at a big, like one of the big news organizations, and you can kind of get people kicked off of shit. Like the New York Times had a lot more power than they should have had on Twitter. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And there's some of that stuff. Their voices were amplified. Now there's still guys. I think Ted Lau is the name of the congressman. He writes for The Economist, which obviously I read The Economist. Everybody knows that. I talk about it all the time. But the guy's just going, here's actual data about how Democrats were more amplified than that. And it's kind of just this chart from The Economist. And I go, well, I haven't read any of this data. Like, you're not giving me the data. And the data no longer exists because Elon Musk isn't letting it out. It's just what people from Twitter said when they were trying to stop Elon Musk from buying Twitter. You know what I mean? That article, remember when that came out?
Vaguely.
Okay, so that article came out and said actually, and we all, if you're on Twitter, you know it's disproportionately progressive. If you're on any social media, they're all disproportionately progressive. It's just because, except for Facebook. And it's just because younger people tend to be more progressive and they tend to be more online. If for no other reason, or they tend to gravitate towards those things or not be offended by those things. It's a very simple thing. It's like saying that, whatever, Jordan Peterson used to always give that fucking example of, he's like, people would say, well, like, it's mostly men that watch your YouTube videos. And he'd be like, mostly men on YouTube. My video's on YouTube. That's where you post videos. But most videos are watched by men on YouTube. Or at least YouTube's analytics are broken, to which I guarantee if you logged into Broad Topics' YouTube page, which I'm sure you have to log into, which is 2 women who probably have more women watching it than any other show on the network, or even Shannon's show. I know for a fact women watch that show because women talk to me about Shannon's show. And I guarantee you it says, if not 99%, 100% men watch those shows. I'm not going to have you do it, but like I would bet money. Anytime I've ever looked at anybody's, I know women watch our show, right?
Yeah.
You know women watch this show. Watch the clips from this show every time we put them out.
I mean, there's 7 billion people watching this show every week.
No, they listen. It's mostly listeners.
Yeah, I get
but
it.
people do watch.
Okay.
People watch the clips.
Okay.
You know women watch the clips.
Yeah, but that's Instagram's algorithm. I guess you're saying that would be, okay.
Some of them will watch the YouTube stuff. It always says 0 women have watched the videos. 0.
I like that you check.
Of course I check. I got to see what these bitches are up to.
It's true.
I don't trust them.
Bitches do be tripping.
Dude. I mean, I just checked the analytics, Mike. You got to check the analytics for everything, dude.
Smart.
Yeah. And according to YouTube, 0 women have looked at High Society Radio's YouTube page ever. And I'm sure my aunt has left a review of something. She's at least clicked thumbs up. I'm really glad those comments don't pop up. You're so handsome, Chris.
You really say you think it's not even 1%?
What?
I'm gonna check your analytics right now.
I know. I checked it in the last month. It said 0%, which is not. I know not true.
That's so fun. Okay, no, you're up to 1.9%.
Yes, let's go. What's up, Slits? How you doing? How you doing?
Bro, 2%?
Fucking
of the numbers
we're
you're
swimming
doing?
in cash.
That's so many women.
Yeah.
Chris, genuinely.
Yeah.
That's so many more women than you think. That are sliding off their chairs right now.
They're gushed up. What were we talking about?
We were talking about the Twitter files.
Yeah, so the Twitter files. So here's the thing. On High Society, we said kind of a bust. But then that day, what I didn't realize, as we were recording on Thursday, what came out was that the FBI had been regularly, it was more than just the Hunter Biden laptop thing, which we all kind of knew that intelligence agencies had told Twitter that there was going to be this Russian disinformation, that now it's kind of like seeming like they knew what they knew this was happening. They knew they could say Russian misinformation, and they knew that when they found this, Twitter would flag it. Like, they kind of like played them, it seems. Right? A little bit.
Yes.
Okay. So then it turns out that just the FBI has just been emailing Twitter constantly. And like what happened, the guy, I can't think of the guy's name. The guy who wrote San Francisco, in his thing today, it was just like, you could pull up, go to Matt Taibbi's page and you'll see it's the Twitter Files Volume 7. And it'll link to it. But he's even saying, he's going,
Michael Schellenberger?
Yeah. And go to his Twitter. And he's even saying repeatedly, he's going, they're reaching out and going, hey, are you guys seeing Russian disinformation in this campaign for talking about 2020? And they're going, no, there's not even something we could kind of pretend is.
That's what the FBI
So that's what Twitter was saying. No, Twitter was going, guys, we got nothing for you. Like, the FBI wanted it to be so badly. Because for 4 years, they said that they knew that there was Russian disinformation on every social media platform. That's why Trump got elected. Despite the fact that it was happening for the Bernie Sanders campaign as well. We talked about it on this show. He went, the Sanders campaign, he said it on Free Vermont Radio or whatever, up there. He's like, despite the fact that his campaign, Hillary Clinton's campaign denied it, but I'll be honest, I'll take Bernie Sanders' word over hers, despite the fact that we're going to be shitting on him later in the show. But, you know, they knew about it, and now there's nothing on at least one social media platform. Maybe Zuckerberg comes out tomorrow and goes, no, we know for a fact there was Russian disinformation on Facebook. Facebook's the significantly larger platform. Right? That's the one that actually matters.
Especially for the people who would vote for Trump.
Sure. I mean, well, not necessarily, because Trump at the time was still on Twitter.
Doesn't matter. Trump, I'm telling you, Trump's base
is Facebook. Facebook is Trump country.
Facebook is Trump country, for sure.
It's also Flair country, but that's just a coincidence.
No, there's no coincidence.
It's a circle. That Venn diagram's a circle. Look, the man could do an hour-long Broadway. I mean, what are we going to do? You respect work ethic.
Bro, I will tell you, Ric Flair could host SNL right now.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I believe he got canceled because of the whole plane ride from hell incident.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying. Like, Betty White got trotted out there at fucking 83.
Oh, I mean, he could.
Yeah, I'm saying physically. My man, right now, could carry an episode of SNL.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, charismatically as well.
Yeah.
Let's face it, he's a better actor.
Tell me what he can do.
Davidson.
What can Trump do that Ric Flair couldn't genuinely do?
I mean, they both had a lot of marriages. They both have declared bankruptcy numerous times. They both have daughters with a lot of plastic surgery that are clearly the heir apparents. They both have goofy-ass sons. I think Ric Flair and Donald Trump might be the same person. I'll be honest, never seen them in the same place.
Have you?
I've seen Donald Trump and Vince McMahon in the same place. I've seen Donald Trump and Hulk Hogan in the same place. I've seen Donald Trump and the Boogeyman in the same place. But I say this, Donald Trump, off Raw, all of a sudden, Ric Flair buys Monday Night Raw. Do you not remember that?
Oh, yeah. That was the first thing that happened.
Exactly. I think Ric Flair might be Donald Trump.
He was like, look, no one's gonna take the woo. We saw what happened when Hogan tried running for president, right? Hogan didn't get very far.
No.
And Hogan would always squash Flair. So it's
backstage politics.
That is what it is, right? The point I'm making,
backstage politics is not front stage politics, which is the presidency.
Flair knew the only way he was going to get
Hogan's more of a Dick Cheney type.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Doesn't have a pulse.
Just fucking get
Hulk Hogan has
an
an 8-inch penis. Terry Bollea has a 6-inch penis.
That was my favorite. Do you think he puts on a prosthetic to be Hulk?
He hulks up?
Do you think he hulks up?
Oh, that his dick points forward like he puts his hand to his dick hole, and then you can hear the ocean. Yeah.
Dude, he's straight up got the Wahlberg piece from Boogie Nights.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure he does.
That's in his rider.
It's also spray tanned.
Dude,
Hogan,
Flair,
Trump, Hogan. Yeah, Ric Flair is Donald Trump. I mean, he could literally just put on a fake nose and a wig and be Ric Flair.
Drop
Anytime.
the fucking dude. Honestly, he's a master of impressions. Just drop the Carolina accent for a New York fucking waterhead. You're golden.
All right. So the Twitter file's not a bust. Clearly, they've revealed that Ric Flair is Donald Trump, and that's why they were both kicked off Twitter.
Sorry that we're putting the pieces together.
Yeah, we're assembling what needs to be assembled. Ric Flair is Donald Trump. Matt Taibbi, bald. Barry Weiss, Jew. She's out. Did you see that?
No.
That was a big part of this whole thing with Elon Musk. So Elon, we're gonna get to that in a minute. But Elon Musk had a disagreement with Barry Weiss over the journalist he kicked off Twitter or whatever, and he basically was just like, no, you're trying to stay, and now she doesn't get to do any Twitter files drops anymore.
Yeah,
because she was just kind of like, no, you're kind of just being an asshole. You're doing the same thing you were shitting on people for doing. This is all about the guy saying where your private jet is. This is not about a coordinates thing. He's like, well, they found my kid and blah blah blah. Da, da, da. How do they find your kid, Elon Musk?
Well, I mean, he says it was through the tracking software.
I guess, perhaps, but TMZ could do that also. I mean, I guess whatever. Just act. Look, you shouldn't be. I'm anti-doxing. You shouldn't be telling people where people live. That's fucked up to do. Especially somebody that people hate. You shouldn't be telling them where they are or where they live or anything like that. I think we could both agree with that. Except if you want Mike's address, just DM me. I give Mike's address to everybody who DMs me.
Please don't.
Has anybody come to your house?
Please don't.
Has anybody come to your house?
Who has DM'd you for my address?
Hundreds of people.
You don't have my new address. You're
No, Alex gave it to me so I could send you guys a Christmas card.
That does sound like something Alex would do.
Mm-hmm. She'd also be gullible enough to believe that I'm going to send a Christmas card, which crazy.
What a damn buffoon she is.
Yeah. I mean, women, what are you going to do? Just like Barry Weiss. Out, that stupid bitch. I can always bring it back to the topic, Mike. Topic at hand. So the FBI, very involved. I feel like this retraction was needed. Elon Musk in a lot of trouble. He's stepping down as CEO. We'll get to that in a minute. How do you feel about the Twitter files now? Less of a bust?
Yeah, I mean, look, anytime you're exposing the FBI meddling, I'm in.
Okay. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it. Moving on. Guys, we got to talk about YoKratom.com. Mike, have you heard of YoKratom.com?
Of course. It's home of the $60 kilo.
I had an Instagram story pulled because I made a joke about YoKratom.com just the other day. It was pulled instantly.
Yeah?
Yeah, because the man, big tech, the new devil,
trying to keep
all them other devils, rock and roll's fine now. Grandfathered in. Not the devil anymore. What's some other thing? Television? Not the devil anymore. Big technology. That's the devil now, sir. And they're trying to keep you from your spiritual enlightenment that you can only find through YoKratom.com. YoKratom.com has kilos for $60, Mike. $60. Any type of kratom you want.
You need a last-second Christmas present?
Kilo of kratom. I'll be honest. Even if somebody doesn't know what kratom is, they're going to go, what the fuck is this? A kilo of what? Kratom? Don't worry, dog. It's a kilo. You're set for life. Didn't you see Requiem for a Dream? Just tell them that.
Your stocking is stuffed, homie.
Yeah, with kratom. It's stuffed with kratom. You know what you could do with a stocking full of kratom? Probably beat someone half to death. I'm sure, at the very least. Or you can get very high on kratom. I personally recommend that you get high on kratom. I think it's crazy that big tech is trying to censor YoKratom.com, the home of the $60 kilo. But thankfully, they exist.
Here, you know what? I bet Elon is not down for censoring Yo Kratom.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram stinks, dude.
Instagram is pretty bad. It's not as bad as TikTok. Not quite as bad as TikTok. But you can't say penis. I had to censor the clip of us saying man holding penis.
For
Instagram,
TikTok?
For the thumbnail. I don't use TikTok. That's Chinese spyware.
Yeah.
You know where they don't let you have Kratom? Fucking China, Mike.
Certainly not for $60 a kilo.
I mean, maybe you can get it shipped there with YoKratom.com. You could try. I haven't tried because I would never allow the Chinese to enjoy the wonders of Kratom. From YoKratom.com, the home of the $60 kilo. Makes a great gift. Moving on. So, Mike, we were talking about the Elon Musk, the whole thing with the Twitter. Big news. Did you hear about the Thursday Night Massacre?
Yes.
So it's been rebranded on Wikipedia, had it up as the Thursday Night Massacre. Now it's called what it actually is. December 15th, 2022 Twitter suspensions. Because for some reason they were calling the suspension of 9 journalists the Thursday Night Massacre.
Obviously.
Now, what it was there's an issue where one of them apparently all these people were kind of putting up the same stuff as like Elon Jet and the tracking software so that you can get Elon Musk's real-time coordinates, which is fucked up. And so people brought up some good points that I heard was like, hey, look, we live in a country where Rand Paul's been punched in the face multiple times. People have showed up at Brett Kavanaugh's house to try to kill him. Seemingly, somebody showed up at Nancy Pelosi's house to kill her and ended up, possibly naked wrestling her husband. Definitely hit him with a hammer.
Definitely.
We know that. For sure.
Can't argue it.
People have shot up congressional baseball games.
That guy got.
Yeah. So we live in a time and a place where violence is on the table for politically polarizing figures, which, personally, I'm all for. I mean, in theory, these things typically lead to misguided revolutions, political violence. No revolution is ever properly guided. Except for the American Revolution. The one. The second one, I don't have a lot of faith in. French Revolution, probably pretty good.
Yeah, but that got off the rails pretty quick.
Yeah, and then Russian Revolution, I don't think the Russians have ever done a revolution correct. They need a coup.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a coup. Russia coup, 2022.
Honestly, Cuba, at the top, kind of nailed it.
Cuba did kill it. Cuba...
Then they kind of just slowly
Yeah,
kept
Snow Dogs
up.
wasn't as good as Radio Days. That's true.
Yeah.
But, this Thursday Night Massacre happens. Now Elon Musk, actually, because of this is the whole thing that he got into it with Barry Weiss. They go back and forth. She's going, I can't be a hypocrite to you. He accuses her of keeping a foot in both worlds, saying that she's trying to keep the media elite happy with her, despite the fact that she's been ostracized by the New York Times and most major media news outlets. She works on Substack. She started her own website. She doesn't have access to any of these people. But Elon Musk clearly is just a salty... I mean, the best criticism I've seen of him is it was unhinged narcissist... It was a fake headline. I don't know if it was the Onion or what. Unhinged narcissist buys criticism machine factory. Which is kind of how this is starting to pan out. He put up a Twitter poll saying, do you think I should step down as Twitter CEO? He lost by a pretty wide margin. It was like 10 points. So now he's stepping down as the head of Twitter.
Is he? He's actually going to follow through with
that. He says he's doing it. Who knows if he will actually do it. He says he's doing it. His tweet afterwards was, be careful what you wish for. I think they should just put Dorsey in charge. A full inception.
But they also, if you saw, Snoop Dogg also put up, should he run Twitter?
I mean, sure. I think, yeah, whatever. What is Snoop Dogg going to do? I don't think Snoop Dogg should run Twitter either.
Why not?
I don't think it's a good idea. There'll definitely be less N-words. I mean, at least from white people.
Yeah. I feel like
which I guess people are using as the main metric for how to rate an internet business.
I feel like more people would be smoking blunts, though. Which is
on
nice.
Twitter?
Yeah.
How do you smoke a blunt on Twitter?
Spaces?
You just smoke a blunt but you could do that now.
Snoop Spaces, dude.
Snaces?
Dude, if Snoop just did fireside chats.
Snapeses?
Yes.
Snoopses? Snoops.
Dude, if
it's
Snoop.
Like Stoops.
Just show up.
Snoops.
Sit on the stoop. Smoke a blunt with Snoop. Twitter snakes.
Remember when he rised up from behind the stoop in Half-Baked? That was crazy.
Yeah, though.
But so, yeah, this happened. But I thought it was funny that they called these Twitter suspensions. And again, these people were right back on Twitter. Called it the Thursday Night Massacre. So I looked up a Wikipedia article of things listed as massacres.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of massacres, apparently, in history. This list happens to go back to 260 BC in the section called Before or in 1945. So, the fact that it says before or in 1945 means I'm going to assume there's a bunch in 1945.
Yeah, like 1945 is
also
when?
Seems like there's a lot of pogroms going on back in 1945, right?
Not familiar.
Pogrom?
No, never heard it.
Never heard the term?
No.
That's when they kill the Jews.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is that considered a massacre, or that's its own special sub-massacre?
Let's take a look.
Okay.
I'll skip ahead, and then we'll come back. You know, it's like reading the last page of a book. Oh, my God, there's so many massacres. This one is called the Usti Massacre in Czechoslovakia. Germany, lynching of ethnic Germans. By the Czechs, I suppose. Then there's one in Utah. That's 9 murders. That's how many. So that's from 260 BC to 1945. That spans a long time. 9 murders. Now, that's how many journalists were kicked off Twitter for 12 hours. The Utah Massacre. 9 prisoners of war killed. Oh, wait. Yeah.
9 German prisoners, 19 wounded.
Yeah. And at midnight, an American soldier named Clarence V. Bertucci, Paisan, climbed a guard tower and fired at the tents of sleep. What an asshole. I get that they're Nazis, but you shot them in tents?
It was an intense shooting.
Oh, Jesus. For all intents and purposes, that was a terrible joke. Seems to be, no, there's one, here's 6. Rusheim, Germany. The townspeople of Rusheim killed 6 American POWs who were walking through the bombed-out town. These are all still like 1940s, World War II shit. So that's 6. 6 seems to be the least amount of murders considered a massacre, according to Wikipedia, from 260 BC to 1945. Now, my question to you, Mike, is 6 people being massacred, which, I mean, can we really call that 6 people? Jesus Christ. Can we call that worse than 9 journalists not being on Twitter because of anti-doxing? To be fair, the anti-doxing rules were made up right there on the spot because Elon Musk was panicking. But
yeah, but they were also clearly flaunting those rules.
Well,
every one of those people, it was very clear.
Oh, he posted the rules. He posted the rules, and then they did this.
Fuck you. Here. Oh yeah. These are your rules. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying it was worse for them to be taken off Twitter because they were freedom fighters than any of these massacres, right?
Dog. I mean,
here's one. 20,000 people in 1912. Massacres of Albanians. Oh, this isn't a big deal.
So a lot of these...
The Slocum Massacre. Armed white mobs massacred black residents of the town of Slocum, Texas. Anywhere between... Seems like they should have better numbers on this. It was in 1910. I get it. But anywhere from 6 to 200.
I mean, that's a wide range.
Yeah. Seems like, I don't know, is this Thursday Night Massacre worse or?
So,
worse. Okay.
In a lot of these cases, I just want to make this point.
In your opinion, worse then?
A lot of these cases, these are soldiers, right?
Not that one.
Sure.
Okay.
Just saying. A journalist, right? That's a fourth estate. That's untouchable. Can't massacre those people.
I know, unless it's 8 years after it happens and you're not mad at the person in charge of the country anymore when Joe Biden pardons the guy who kills that one journalist. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. Remember Jamal Khashoggi?
Yeah.
Remember how
Biden kissed his ring?
Remember how Donald Trump got all that shit? I still don't understand why anybody cared about that. I get that he's a journalist, but he wasn't even an American citizen. He was a Turkish citizen. This happened in Turkey. That seems like a Turkish problem.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Seems like a stuffing cranberry thing. Right?
Yeah, that's.
I heard they melted his bones down in a vat of old cranberry sauce. I don't fucking know. But never really seemed like a fucking American problem to me. That they made an American problem until all of a sudden Joe Biden was like, we should probably pardon bin Salman for that. It makes no fucking... And we're going to get to some more Saudi shit in a little bit because I'm very annoyed by it.
How did we get to pardon anyone on that?
Joe Biden pardoned or suggested the international pardon of Mohammed bin Salman for the wrongdoing. Now, was that... So then they murdered one journalist. They silenced his voice in a vat of acid.
Yeah.
After cutting him up with bone sauce. Jamal Khashoggi.
Right.
That's only one journalist. And honestly, he was like kind of old. He was going to retire soon anyway. Like, these are journalists in their prime. They were silenced for 12 hours when a guy they don't like bought a thing that they do like. That they pretend that they don't like. Because they say that there's only Nazis on the thing that they don't like. Meanwhile, they had preferential treatment on the thing that they don't like, that they do like. I think that's worse than Jamal Khashoggi being massacred. Jesus, Mike. You know,
it's one guy.
Grow up. Yeah. You want to just pick a random massacre to learn about at random?
Yeah, okay. The Seguero Obrero massacre in Santiago, Chile.
The Sombrero massacre.
Yeah.
They were mad. They were mad at that guy danced on their hat, and then they shot him.
Yeah, you don't step on a man's hat. After members of the National Socialist Movement of Chile, named Necesitas, attempted a coup by taking over Edificio Seguero Obrero, they started a shootout with the Cubanos de Chile. After the Necesitas surrendered, they were outmatched. The Carabineros entered the place, and later they would group them together and shoot them. 80 people dead.
80?
Yeah, it's almost 9 times as many people as the Thursday Night Massacre. But, they were revolutionaries with guns. And if Twitter's taught me anything, it's that guns never solve anything. So,
I think guns solve something.
No, nothing. We got to get rid of all of them.
Twitter told you that.
Twitter told me that, dude. Guns are the worst thing. Guns kill kids. You didn't know that?
But I think they like guns in Ukraine.
Well, yeah, we got to send them guns, but we need the guns out of this country. Take all of our guns and send them to the Ukraine. That's what Twitter's all about.
That makes a lot of sense. You ever drive through a rural part of the country that you shouldn't be in?
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. It actually made me, I never I've always been pro-gun because I'm pro-people I'm pro-choice, really, at the end of the day. And owning a gun is a choice. But then you're in one of those places and you go, I bet if we needed a tow truck, it would take an hour. But if we called the cops and said we were taking a piss on the side of this road and broke our legs, it would be also an hour before the cops and an ambulance showed up. Like if you hit 911 in some of those back roads in this, that's why you need a gun. Because you can't live 20 minutes from where the police can get to you. Also where nobody can hear anyone breaking into your house and not have a gun. If I lived in that place, I'd have so many guns. So many guns, you'd call it a massacre. Because I would kill my entire family. Because I'd be alone in the woods with guns instead of ghosts like that idiot Jack Nicholson. Remember that moron? Bring a gun, you fucking moron.
An armed society is a polite society.
Mike, pay attention.
I'm serious.
It is true.
People are nicer to each other when there's guns. Like,
Here's one. Seoul, South Korea. Seoul National University Hospital massacre. During the Korean War, medical personnel, inpatients, and wounded soldiers were killed by North Korean troops. There were 900 victims. That's pretty bad. Here's another one. Korea. The Gunri Massacre. I just like that because I like the name of the place. It's called No Gunri.
So, all knives?
It's just called No Gunri. What is No Gunri? Oh, it's just the massacre. What is No Gunri? I don't know. There's a lot of Korean War stuff, but there's a lot of massacres. What I'm saying is none of them are as bad. Here's one from 1960. The incident took place on September 6, 1960, when forces of the 16th Punjab Regiment of the Indian Army committed an act of mass murder against the village of Matikru. This can't be a real place. Nagaland?
Come on.
Come on. Wikipedia, you fucking racists. You're letting anybody just edit Nagaland? That can't be a real place, can it? Look up Nagaland.
I mean, it has its own Wikipedia.
Is it a song by David Allan Coe?
It became the 16th state of India in 1963. So before that, it was a fictional place. And this massacre happened in 1960. So yeah, it's very, very plain.
It seems pretty fishy. This might not even be a real massacre.
Very fast.
Thursday Night Massacre is worse.
I mean, it's both 9 and 9. I'm gonna take these journalists over these maybe fictional Indians.
And we don't even know what type of Indians they are. They could be feather Indians. They could be dot Indians. We don't know.
Come on, Chris. We know.
Yeah, they're fake fictional Indians.
Yeah,
they're all Wahoo McDaniels.
They're the Indians in the cupboard, dude.
Yeah. Oh, shit. They fit in there with Anne Frank.
And Helen Keller.
Helen Keller's a fucking deaf idiot, bitch. Helen Keller was the cupboard. Because the only noise she can make is when you slammed her. Get it?
Fits so much inside of her.
Just there were so many Indians inside Helen Keller. She showed them her feet and vagine.
She didn't know any better, dude. She just kept saying water. They were saying vagine.
Yeah. They were like, yes, water. It was just
they sign language her into showing their pussy.
Yeah.
And
feet and vagine.
Just crawled inside. Well, yeah, of course she was barefoot. She was deaf, dumb, and blind.
What do you mean?
Yeah, obviously they're not going to put shoes on the deaf, dumb, and blind girl.
I would think you would need shoes.
Shoes were
Tap
expensive
shoes,
back then.
so you could hear her coming.
No, they put a bell around her.
Clack, 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 clack. Ba-da-ba-bum. Oh, Helen fell again.
Yes.
They call it Helen Feller because she keeps falling. Oh, my life is a misery.
We should probably
That's her dad.
We should probably start rearranging the furniture every Wednesday night.
We bought her this one-handed piano so she could sing with her other hand.
Christ.
Helen Keller jokes. Worst. Is that worse than the Thursday Night Massacre? No, better.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah,
Also, way better at fingering than your average.
Oh, lady?
Yeah.
Dude, her forearms, she looked like Popeye.
Mm-hmm.
Except when she ate her spinach, she went blinder.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It didn't increase the rest of her, like, all of the energy didn't go to her, like, muscles at that point?
Oh, yeah, just her forearm muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, just anchors would pop up and she'd be fingering wenches across the 7 seas.
That's what they called her, old anchor fist Helen. She really weighed you down in the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'd drown you in your own squirt.
That's why she kept falling so much.
Yeah. All these women would be like, there's no escape from the fist of Helen killer. Old anchor fist Helen.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our bit about the Thursday Night Massacre on Twitter. Moving on. Well, I got to talk about this terrible fucking Vice article. It's terrible. Have you heard about this article?
Oh, of course. I read it on Without a Country.
The title of this article. So now I looked at this because I thought maybe there would be something here to make fun of. And there is. It's just not for the things you would think an article titled this way is able to make fun of. New study shows man children are destroying women's sex drives. This is from Vice.com. Now, it was written by a woman named Britt Dawson. I don't know Britt Dawson. I'm going to go out there and say this. If she went to journalism school and has a degree, they should take it back. Did you read this article, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Read it, the entire thing.
Word for word.
Okay. So, the part... Now, here's the thing. Now, it makes a good point where it says that men are increasingly infantile. Now, I believe this to be true for most people my age and younger. I don't know what people older than me are doing, but I think our generation is a little more, how shall I say, fucking moronic. Like, the amount of people I know that can't sharpen a knife but have a kitchen is too high. Do you know how to sharpen a knife, Mike?
Whetstone.
Have you done it?
Yes.
Could you figure it out without a whetstone if you needed to? Could you get a dry stone and sharpen a knife? Could you just simply sharpen a knife?
I mean, the way you're saying it, I feel like it should be a yes, but probably no.
No, it's definitely a yes.
Okay. I don't know, dude.
Didn't you fucking have to build a fire in fucking the woods for rehab?
And I had a whetstone for my knife.
There you go. Whetstone's fine. It's a fine answer, but they sell dry stones.
That sounds more complicated.
It's less complicated.
Seems more dangerous.
Probably a little more dangerous. Also, just not as good at sharpening knives. I'm just saying. That's fine. I just think it's across the board. I know plenty of women, and if you talk to men, and this is anecdotal, and as we'll get to in a minute, this entire fucking article is anecdotal and horseshit. But if you talk to any man you know in your life, you could talk to men whose girls make more money, significantly more money than them. And they'll be like, I don't know where it goes. She's always broke. Have you heard this from men?
I haven't.
I have heard this from dozens of men.
Okay.
And again, anecdotal, but as we'll see, this is all anecdotal. It starts with 29-year-old Leanne moved in with her now ex-boyfriend 6 years ago. She remembers crying. Her name has been changed for privacy because I made this up. Not as you might expect because of excitement or joy, but rather because it immediately became apparent that she was going to end up taking on all of their life admin from that moment on. Now, I'd imagine Leanne never painted the apartment, never sharpened a knife, probably never put a check in the mail for the bills. Over the year they lived together, this fear became reality. It hit me he was a man-child when he didn't know how to use the washing machine or make the bed. I kind of agree that there are adult men. I don't know how it's possible you don't know how to make a bed. It's intuitive. But, I mean, maybe not to her liking. I can make a bed. It ain't going to look great. However, I can make beef Wellington. You think Leanne can make beef Wellington? I can make mayo from scratch, bitch. Can you? Are you a pickle champion, ho?
So man, it's frustrating to me, you reading this and having an issue with it, because I feel like most people aren't making their own mayo.
Fine. But plenty of men know how to do things.
Yeah.
I feel like you're getting upset because Alex thinks you're a man-child.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Dude, she literally said...
But I think that's just how things work. Relationships peter out in this way where there's going to be a person who has more life skills. My girlfriend didn't know how to chop a fucking onion when I met her. And I still have to show her every fucking couple of months. It fucking flies out of her fucking head. No offense to her. Alex knows how to chop an onion, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She makes sauce and
Cries
shit.
like a bitch every time.
What a puss. And then she starts remembering that Kim moved to L.A. and she cries even more. It's crazy. However, what? Don't roll your eyes at me.
I'm not rolling my eyes.
But so maybe you are the man-child in that situation. Would you say you are?
She screamed last night, and not screamed. I heard her talking to her mom last night.
Because you were giving her the old Helen Keller arm.
She said, they used to hunt for us.
Jesus Christ. To be fair, she is pregnant and full of hormones.
Yeah.
What did you do? Do you not clear the table when you're at her parents' house?
No, I clean
What?
The table. I clean the table every single Sunday night dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did the thing.
Yeah. She was just on one, dude.
They used to hunt for us. I'm going to tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you Alex doesn't know how to balance a checkbook. She can't change a tire.
She definitely can't change the tire.
Yeah. She can't change a spark plug.
I mean, come on now.
You can change a spark plug.
Okay.
You can change a fuse in a car if you needed to.
I don't know how all that works.
I don't even know you can change a fuse in a new car. I've done it in old cars. I used to do it when I had a scooter. I've changed batteries. I've changed tires. I just changed my bike seat the other day. What else did I do? I don't know. You do stupid shit sometimes. I'm also not super handy, but I could kind of like cobble shit together and look at the internet. I don't think there's a lot of these man children is what I'm saying. I think everybody's a little less than our parents were. And if you're a little closer to what you're like, if your parents put a little bit more responsibility on you, which maybe happened to some more women, but I think it also would happen to some more men, that might be the case. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But this article, again, no standing in reality. Again, I'm going to read you the title of this article. New study shows man-children are destroying women's sex drives. Now, on face value, you would think being with a man-child that you have to do everything for because he doesn't know how to fucking get shit stains out of his underwear would make your pussy drier than a fucking bone saw, right?
I suppose.
Sure. So the problem with this article that I have, there's many links to supposed studies. And then when you go down to one, there's a paragraph. Now this phenomenon has officially been confirmed by science. A recent study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior Journal. And then you click open the link for the footnote, and it doesn't exist. Like, the link exists, but it just brings you to link.springer.com, which is a place where you can search for studies. But it doesn't tell you the name of the study, so you can't actually search for the study. Because, again, this woman never went to journalism school because she is a younger generation of person, and we're all very stupid. Now, further down this same thing, researchers from Canada, from universities in Canada and Australia set out to explore if this kind of relationship unfairness could explain why many women partnered with men report low sex drive. Now, let's click report. Again, just links to springerlink.com, which does not show the actual fucking study. Now, the fact that there's no editoradvice.com anymore is another problem with younger generations. Now,
damn, that's crazy.
I'll continue, Michael, and why this article should be shunned and never cited on any fucking thing ever, and it's stupid. And again, I do agree that man-children would make a pussy drier than, I'm going to say bone saw again, despite the fact that the thing is dry as a bone. I never understood that. Bones are typically wet and covered in blood. A bone saw is dry until you saw a bone with it. Shout out Jamal Khashoggi. Now it says, ongoing inequalities in domestic labor have been cited. Now you click that link, and it cites to a BBC opinion article, Why Women File for Divorce More Than Men, which just shows that statistically women file for divorce more than men. It seems to show that the reason why that happens is that women are, this is kind of what we talked about a long time ago. It doesn't actually point to reasons why. It points to some of the thing does point to domestic partnerships and like women reporting that they do more household work than men. However, when you Google, do men work more hours than women? On average, men work 8 more hours a week than women. So it balances out that way. Women are doing more unpaid work, but if you live in a household together as a fucking family, you're sharing most of that money. Correct?
Yes.
The person who makes the most money typically floats most of the bills. If you're in a 50-50 relationship with somebody that you share an apartment with who makes significantly more money for you and they're not picking up checks when you go out on date night, then you should leave that person. That's a bad person. You have entered into a bad relationship. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't matter if it goes male or female. Then it goes, recent statistics show that women carry out 60% of unpaid work. You click that link. Women shoulder the responsibility of unpaid work. I got into this. You Google, do women do men, like when you Google, here goes. I know I did this. Where did I do this? Do men put in more total work hours? So here's the thing. You know how Google shows you the link from the Washington Post and it shows the title of the article and then it shows you where the meat of that what you wanted when you search for it. It goes, title, men say they work more than women. Here's the truth. Meat of the matter. However, here's the quote. However, even among full-time workers, those working 35 hours or more per week, men worked longer hours. Meaning that it's way disparate when it comes to part-time workers. Men who are part-time work significantly more than women who are part-time, considered part-time employees. But obviously, women who are considered part-time employees are typically doing a lot of home care for children and such. So if you're expecting a woman to do that, because you know why women have to do home care more than men? Do you know why, Mike?
Because they have to watch the kid.
Do you know why? Because the kid's food comes out of their tits. That's why.
That checks out.
For no other reason. That's literally why that ends up working out that way. Also, there's all sorts of studies on postpartum depression that we don't have to get into. Also, as we've said on this show many times, you should not really see your children that much if you're a man. It's just bad for them. Be an ominous, looming figure in your house. Be the hat man of your house. That is the theme of this show. Anyway, this article fucking sucks. Anything you have to say?
I mean, I think I can go get hired by Vice right now. Like, Vice would be like, dude, you are...
Are you a stupid woman? Because clearly not.
Do you see these
I'm going to put out an article on rice.com. Not racist.
Yeah?
It was just the first word I thought of that ended in ice. It's run by a white guy. We don't even like rice.
I mean, rice is white.
Because it works.
Wow.
That's an aspirin joke. You never heard that? It's a very racist old joke. Why does aspirin work? Because it's white. You've never heard that joke. Okay.
Chris.
Sorry, I'm the only one that had a racist uncle.
Take it on stage.
VFWs across the world.
Dog.
Look.
Here to Brewster. No problem. Could get you booked by tomorrow.
Look, I'm going to tell you this right now. And it just links to another Vice article saying that, oh, God, it just sucks. It sucks. I get it. Women's sex drives are down. You know what else is down? You know why you're probably dealing with man children? Testosterone is down around the world. And we don't know fucking why. Mine isn't. And I know why. YoKratom.com.
Woo!
Moving on. I really went on a tear there. Oh, your taxes are going up, Mike.
Yeah, what's that all about?
Did you not know that was happening? That was a huge part of the Trump tax cuts, is that they would then go back up for the working class, but the corporate tax rate would stay at 21%, which was to be considered competitive with Europe. It wasn't necessarily a bad idea to lower the corporate tax rate in America because the idea was to bring it in line with most of Western Europe, rather. That was the idea, but they were lowering everybody's taxes.
Isn't Western Europe way up now?
From when Trump, probably. So that was kind of the thing. And here's also the thing. Biden also could have reversed this, but he didn't want to. He wanted it to expire 2 years before the fucking election. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he could have, this was just, you know, these policies didn't, I think they maybe did get voted in. I don't quite recall, but Did you not know that eventually this was a major criticism of the Trump tax cuts at the time, that eventually they were going back up, and the write-offs weren't coming back. They gave you money up front. I mean, this was a big hallmark of Donald Trump. This is why he wanted the $600 payout with unemployment that he never got credit for, but was also asinine. This is why the stimulus happened. He just wanted to give you money up front because he knew it was going to cause inflation later, and you were just going to give that money to rich people in the moment, because the average middle-class person, that's why tax day, that's why you get your tax return so far after Christmas in the biggest lull of retail, all retail sales in the year. That's why tax day is that day. That's why you get your tax return right around that time, is to pop retail sales in the biggest lull of the year. So there's not massive layoffs around the country. The government has always known this. Trump gave you money up front to fuck you later. Did you not know this?
No, I had no clue.
But you love Donald Trump.
I didn't love him.
You suck his fucking dick, son.
Look, doesn't mean I love him.
You've been touting Donald Trump quite a bit.
I have not, really. My whole thing has just been I didn't understand what he did that was so bad. But apparently, he's been fucking us.
Well, he wasn't fucking you. He gave you 2 years to prepare for a butt fucking. You should have been making more money by now. You had 2 whole years with more income, Mike. Why didn't you invest the money you had for those 2 years?
I did, and the stock market went to shit.
I mean, it can't possibly be Donald Trump's fault. It's not like he kind of helped bolster COVID lockdowns or anything. Led to inflation. I mean, that's a lot of Biden's fault, too. I mean, I'm not going to give him a pass. He did keep wanting them to raise the interest rates and stuff. That's not helping. How you doing, Mike? Dogecoin doing all right?
None of it's doing good, Chris.
I mean, you blame Donald Trump now.
Now I gotta. Well, I mean, he's minting these Trump NFTs. He must be in on it.
So wait, how did you even find out about this?
Because GOP tax scam is trending on Twitter.
Well, it was it was always that. I mean, we always knew that was going to happen, and the taxes were going to go back up. Here's the thing: Biden could just lower the taxes. He's not gonna. What? He's got the Senate. Supposedly, Republicans in the House are all for lower taxes. Why wouldn't Biden just do it, right? If this is such a scam and the taxes are now going up and it shouldn't happen, I mean, I'm sure the Republicans would vote for it again if they're not all scammers. And the Democrats who think this is a scam would obviously also vote for it, right? For the middle class to keep their tax cut.
Yeah. I don't feel like any of them want to help us.
Any of who?
The
Jews.
The politicians.
Oh. No, they don't. Of course not. We're going to get to that in a minute, but I just wanted to point out that I'm going to point out why the Democrats are pieces of human garbage in just a second. But Donald Trump's a piece of shit for doing what he did because he got everybody to agree to it. And he would have if it wasn't for COVID, he would have gotten reelected. And this would have happened, and he would have been like, this alarm says you need a Cameo account. Whatever, moving on.
Why I gotta start a Cameo?
So now I got to talk about, because we were just talking about Donald Trump and how he's a piece of human shit. I got to talk about Bernie Sanders.
What did he do wrong? He's everybody's favorite.
Hold on, let me pull up the article. Should be somewhere. I sent it to you on Facebook. Can you pull it up? So Bernie Sanders, because of the Biden administration's advice, withdrew. There was a Congressional War Powers Act going through Congress about Yemen. And so basically what happens is Bernie Sanders has the votes to make it so that for us to continue to be in Congress, in Yemen, and in interfering in Yemen, Congress would have to act, meaning that every congressman would have to vote for continuing this proxy war in Yemen. Because again, much like Trump was a cuck for the Saudis, so is the Biden administration. You understand what I'm saying? Despite the fact that the Saudis did 9/11, and I will stick to that. They certainly funded 9/11. Because we need their oil, both the Biden administration and the Trump administration cooks for them in different ways. So Bernie Sanders pulls Yemen war powers resolution amid opposition from White House. So basically, Bernie Sanders says he had the votes. He had Republicans willing to vote on this so that Congress would have to continue to utilize the war powers to stay in Yemen and continue to fight this fucking proxy war for the Saudis with Iran and bolster the Saudi forces and shit like that, which is the biggest humanitarian crisis in the world, significantly worse than what's happening in Ukraine. We all fucking know it, and we refuse to fucking talk about it because we all like getting bacon, egg, and cheeses for $4 and guys from Yemen make them. And it's for slave wages here in New York City. It's fucking insane. And so Republicans actually voted for this under Trump, and the Democrats shot it down. Now the Democrats have the votes, have Republican votes on their side because the Republicans are willing to vote for this now because they're not in power. And the Biden administration goes, no, we still need war powers because all politicians are pieces of shit. And what really bothers me about this is, despite the fact that I think Bernie Sanders is an ideologue and will make a terrible president, I always thought the man had integrity. I really did. He's an old Jew.
When he fucking bowed down for Hillary, you thought he had integrity.
He just endorsed the candidate from his party. The guy's, look, here's the thing. An old Jew.
He's running as an independent every time who takes the Democratic nomination as far as it can go and then fucking lays down for the establishment.
I'm going to tell you this right now, though. If he gets a hot mustard from a Chinese restaurant, and it's not quite as hot as he remembers it as last time, he's sending it back. We both know that.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, he's read a lot of books. He knows how to play chess. I think he believes what he's saying. I've always thought it was a glaring omission in both of his presidential campaigns in recent memory that fucking he didn't have explicitly stated on his website that he would reduce the defense budget. I always thought that was a major problem with the guy, but I still thought he believed in his own shit. The fact that they had the votes for this and they didn't make Biden veto, that's what it was. Trump vetoed it because they didn't have a supermajority and they knew they couldn't repass it because they knew they couldn't get the votes. That's actually what it was under Trump. The fact that they knew they could have gotten this through is just fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous and it's kind of gross. You know what I mean? It's really gross. For somebody that I know could really tell a good Knish to do this to me. Do you understand?
Yes.
I just want to feed birds in the park with Bernie Sanders and disagree with him about politics because I feel like it'd be mostly civil. You know what I mean?
But then why is he involved in politics?
I thought to be the good guy.
But no, he just lays down. That's what he does. He lays down for the establishment. He's ideologically a good guy, but in practice, he lays down and he keeps taking payouts.
Where's he taking payouts from?
He's part of the machine, dude. He's part of the fucking...
You sound a lot like Kanye right now.
Tell me I'm wrong.
What machine? One of those donut machines that dumps in the oil, the old school joints?
The political machine that all these motherfuckers will sell their soul to stay in office for another 2 more years, to stay in power a little bit
6
longer.
years. He's also very old. I don't know how many more times he's running for Senate.
These guys never leave, dude. They're Pope rules. They die in office.
He's 84.
Cool.
Right? 84?
He'll die in office. That's my point. These guys they hoard power as long as they possibly can. They're not good people. Any of them.
It's true that none of them are good people. And I'm glad that AOC's climate documentary went down the tubes.
Dog, ours is going to smoke them.
Yeah, I heard you and Corinne are doing your own climate documentary.
Dog.
Here's the thing about climate documentaries, and I'm going to say why they're not doing well anymore. After Inconvenient Truth, which said we'd all be dead by now if nothing changed, and then nothing changed, and we're not all dead, nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's like you guys put out the sequel before you put out the original, and now you're trying to put out the original, and everybody's like, we saw the sequel, and it kind of sucked, so we aren't really invested in the characters. Now, the characters are us as human beings on this planet, but still. What is the plot of you and Corinne's documentary?
It is just going to be fat-titted whores.
I like it.
Jumping on a trampoline.
I mean, I liked it better when Joe Rogan and Doug Stanhope did it.
Okay. I mean, I was thinking more classic Carolla and Kimmel, but that's fine.
Who? Those guys were never friends. Jimmy Kimmel's a late-night host. Adam Carolla is a podcaster and right-wing pundit.
Who bangs comics, apparently.
News to me.
Yeah, apparently his girlfriend's like some LA comic who looks really funny.
Oh.
Dog, imagine getting Byron in your life and some fat-tittied LA comic.
You're getting blown all the time.
God, it's incredible. Speaking of fat titties, we're going to have these chicks jump on trampolines and just read the facts from the AOC documentary.
I'm happy with that.
It's a much better documentary.
I mean, if AOC showed a little more skin, I feel like that documentary would have fun.
Right?
A little bikini shot.
Dog, if AOC...
If she would have just been fixing an old car like Megan Fox in the first Transformers, and then be like, you know how, and then looked up and be like, you know how much CO2 this thing puts in the atmosphere? I'm glad it's dead. She would have fucking killed it, Mike.
Dog, that's what we're going to do. Just titties and climate change.
You might get people to believe in. Wait a second. Here's the problem. If their nips are hard, people could tell. They'd be like, global warming's not real. It's cold in that place.
Yeah. And we can say that we're shooting this in the middle of July, and it's cold here. Because it's fucking global warming's all fucked up.
It's Alaska. Oh.
Yeah. And we can just make up whatever we want. Doesn't matter.
It's a good idea. I really endorse everything you guys are doing over there Without a Country.
Dog.
I know I just spent an entire segment shitting on a whole article that Corinne read.
Just titties and fucking...
I like this idea.
This is brilliant.
Moving on.
We're even going to get... Actually, do you want to do this? I'm just going to pitch to you. I need a... We're also going to do a thing where we're like, yeah, we did a cut for chicks, too. And then we're going to get just a dude in a Speedo jumping on a trampoline, reading those same facts.
I'll wear sheath underwear.
Nah, dude, it's got to be something that shows, like, it's got to be like a...
Have you ever seen me in sheath underwear, Michael?
I don't know, dude. I usually black out. Just so I get the vapors.
I'm not doing a Speedo. I'll do a too small boxer brief for you guys.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got a
but
helicopter.
Corinne's got to pay for my shoulder wax.
You got a helicopter. What are you talking about? Shoulder wax. We got Manscapes. We're fine.
You can't even helicopter in a Speedo. Even in a Speedo, you can't helicopter.
You got a free.
You gotta be free, dog. You can't put one of those motorcycle covers on a fucking helicopter. You
all right. Change of plan. Silk boxers.
You're gonna have to buy the silk boxers. I have sheath underwear.
I'll buy silk boxers, fucking loose fitting, so you can have room to helicopter.
I don't know that I can helicopter.
You can if you're on a trampoline. You can helicopter on a trampoline.
It seems very objectifying. And I'm only going to do it because you're going to get girls to do it.
Yeah.
And Corinne's going to pay for the shoulder wax.
Yeah, there's going to be fat titty horse. You get a free shoulder wax.
All right. I also need high tricep, too.
Dog, I'm just going to manscape it. Shut up.
I don't want you doing it.
Why? It's fine.
You got all these big titty ladies.
I got 4 new Manscapes at home. Never been touched.
I don't believe that at all. I'm going to get hepatitis from this Manscaped.
No, dude. I was saving them for Christmas.
They're not even on this show as a sponsor. I don't like the fact that you keep saying it.
What, that I like my good friends at Manscaped?
Yeah, I don't like it.
They're very nice to me. They keep
saying they're terrible
product.
People. I haven't gotten a single Manscaped product.
You can get one from me if you do the shoot.
Look, these are my demands. Shoulder wax.
Your very own Manscaped. You get to keep.
Probably going to need some beers.
There'll be beers. There's always beers.
I don't want to have to buy the beers.
There'll be beers.
Seems like you're going to wait until I go. I'm going to go, where's the beers? And Mike should be like, oh, I'm all right. And then you're going to wait a while. And then I'm going to be like, all right, well, you're filming these girls and there's still no beers here. I'm going to go get some beers. And then I'm going to have to go get beers.
Yeah, well, Ben,
you're going to have an intern there to go fetch my beers?
Yeah, I was thinking I'm going to have Paco shoot it. Because he's a creep.
Yeah, he is a creep.
And
he does like looking at my dick, too.
Probably have Jorge come along to hold the boom mic.
Because his name sounds like whore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So all right.
If I got Jorge on the boom mic, I can send him out for beers.
Sounds like a plan.
Perfect. Yeah.
And the 1.9% of bitches that are on the YouTube channel can come watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on. Are we wrapping this up? Or do you want to talk about more stuff?
I mean, it's after midnight, so we probably should, but it's up to you.
I feel like all these things can be saved. Can you keep a log on the KFC corn thing? the truck driver thing. Or well, this is breaking. Can we talk about Black Adam?
Yeah.
And how it fucking sucked?
Did it? Oh. You didn't see Pierce Brosnan being Dr. Fate?
Oh, you mean half black Wakanda forever? Half Wakandan forever?
Wakanda for never, dog.
Yeah. Wakanda forever. That shit sucked. Dude, why was it just Wakanda? Just in Northern Africa. It was Morocco forever.
No, it wasn't Wakanda. It was fucking...
It was the same shit. They had like a medal.
They did
That's
have
not
a
in
medal.
the comic.
Oh, for real?
I don't remember that from any fucking Shazam comics.
Ethereum? Eternalum?
Eternium? I think that's from fucking He-Man. He lives in Eternia. I think the sword that he had was made of Eternium.
I mean, that's bad. If that's the
But
case,
Black Adam was very bad. It was a very bad movie. Who directed it?
Um,
Not Zack Snyder.
Robert Redford. Oh wait, no, that's Legend of Bagger Vance.
Good one. We call it callback.
Black Adam director. You tell me.
Kwame Colette Serra.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Kwame?
Sure.
Kwame?
I'm not gonna stop you from saying it.
Kwame?
All right. I like Quintessa Sindel. She's hot.
She's very hot. I thought it was cool. The only reason I checked it out because I was like, holy shit, Dr. Fate and Hawkman are going to be in this. This could be really cool. And I'll be honest, didn't mind Hawkman recast as a black guy. Didn't hate it at all. Hated that he acted like every other black guy in a superhero movie instead of acting like Hawkman, who was Egyptian in the comics.
Yeah, but that's African.
But I'm just saying is like, wouldn't you just have an Egyptian guy go fuck with this like Middle Eastern guy? Right? That's what they were doing, right?
Yeah, but I think the idea was it was like an outsider. So you want somebody who's like you want like an American black guy. Even though he's eternal and has been around since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Or whatever Hawkman's story is.
Yeah, whatever. It's just, they didn't really give any backstory to Hawkman. They literally go, so the thing is all centered around this metal Eternium that could hurt Black Adam. But then they go, is this all made of nth metal? Which is the flying metal from Thanagar, which is like, turns out Carter Hall, the Egyptian guy, had 2 lives and one was on this planet Thanagar. There's a lot of comic book nonsense that goes into Hawkman and all these DC superheroes. Then they had Atom Smasher, which was the son of the Atom. And I liked, here's the thing. Do you know the nephew of the original Atom? The original Atom, do you remember what his superpowers were, Mike? The Atom from the original Justice Society in the 50s?
You're talking about not Atom Smasher, Atom?
No, the Atom. Not Captain Atom. Not the Atom that can shrink from the Silver Age. The Golden Age Atom. Do you remember what his powers were? He was just a tough midget.
What?
That's it. He was just a midget who could throw down. He had no powers, just a fucking midget who could fight. That was the Atom. And you know who they had play him as a retired superhero? Henry Winkler. Fantastic casting. I thought that was amazing. Old Jewish midget played by Henry Winkler. Great. Fucking fantastic. Loved that. I was like, I'm kind of in on this very already bad movie. And then they lost me. Once Henry Winkler was off my screen for that one split-second cameo, I was like, I'm done with this movie. It's bad the whole way through. The Rock, it's funny that they didn't watch the early moments of Roman Reigns or even The Rock's wrestling careers where they pushed them too hard as the smirking babyface and didn't just let them do the kind of anti-hero thing that got him over in the first place. He did too much of the, I know sarcasm. Just stop. Just let him be a badass. It fucking sucked, Mike.
Stop trying to hit that line with, tell them the man in black sent you. That stunk. I did like here's the thing. I did enjoy when he threw the guys in the air and then
that was pretty good.
Hawkman was like, are they dead? And he's like, no.
He said they didn't make it.
Yeah. Just wait till they fall.
I did like that that was actually really cool that he just kept killing dudes. I really liked that. It's not Morbius level bad because there was like, okay, he's just throwing dudes and they're dying.
He's just finding fun ways to kill people. He
not
even killed
fun.
a chick.
He literally just, he killed a broad. He was just killing. And he was like, I like killing. And I was like, that's pretty cool. This is all right. But then like mostly And then it was the same plot of every first installment of a superhero movie. So he's got the same powers as Shazam. He's supposed to be Shazam's Venom. But then in Shazam, they had a Shazam Venom, right?
They did?
They had all the bad Shazams. Don't you remember at the end, the Marvel family had to fight the similar power shit with the demons that kind of... Oh, actually, no, it was a little different. They had like slightly different powers, but there's just a bunch of them, and there's a bunch of the Shazam family. Then Black Adam has a fucking... He has a Venom that's just the demon version of him that looked like Damon Hellstrom, but it's a bad movie.
You made it to that point? I fell asleep.
I fell asleep also, and then I watched the rest of it in the morning because I didn't have to be anywhere this morning, and I woke up and just had a coffee, and I watched the end of Black Adam, and it was still bad.
Did Hawkman ever have that conversation with Atom Smasher?
No, they never got into it. Yeah, he kept going, me? First of all, that's another thing. They threw this team together that doesn't really know each other. And then they had a rapport instantly, which was weird.
Well,
Pierce Brosnan played Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate also supposed to be Egyptian, I think.
Dr. Fate's eternal, like the other guy, I think. But, like, no, Dr. Fate and Hawkman seemed like they knew each other because they're both, like, eternal beings. So it's like they had a rapport, and then they brought in these two new guys, and it's like it makes sense for the two young kids to, like, be kind of like, all right, we're just going to be the tag-alongs. You know, we're going to be the sidekicks to these fucking two established heroes. Mm-hmm. I got that. I don't know, dude. I like that black chick. The Wind Girl?
Yeah, she was good in the movie, but there was a lot of like forced camaraderie very quickly with the team. I
didn't like the bungling fucking Atom Smasher. That guy stunk.
He wasn't great. It just was.
I also didn't like that. Like
it had like the. I hate when a movie has the skeleton of a good movie.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like you just had to fucking not be good at movies. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it had all the things. When The Rock came out as Black Adam and he fucked all that shit up, I was like, oh damn, it's pretty fucking dope.
With fucking
he was
Rolling Stones playing?
Yeah, and he was kind of I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Come on, it's dope. Painted black as Black Adam is literally destroying.
You knew it was coming. I was like, oh, they're gonna start playing fucking Painted Black.
Yeah, you got to be dumber.
Maybe.
Son, I'm telling you.
But, like, at that point, I was still kind of like, all right, he's kind of fucking shit up, and there's still this hot fucking Arab chick in this. This is hotter than Mia Khalifa Arab chick in this. And I'm just like, all right, I'm all in. And then the kid was just annoying. First of all, once a kid is skateboarding in a movie, if you're, like, takes a lot.
The only one who's ever pulled it off is Bart Simpson.
That's not a person. That's a cartoon.
Okay, still did it in a movie.
For sure. But I'm just saying is that once a kid is skateboarding in a movie, you're like, this is going to be a bad movie. And that kid was skateboarding in that movie very early on.
Yeah, like the opening.
Like
no,
an adult can skate. Marty McFly was basically an adult. He was 18, right?
Yeah.
Senior in high school. An adult can skateboard in a movie. If a child is skateboarding in a movie, fucking terrible movie, right?
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. So now what were you saying?
I did like the metaphor when Black Adam and Hawkman were like fighting in the kid's room and just destroyed every single piece of DC property.
I thought that was kind of cool.
It's like, yeah, we're just gonna. By the way, we're tearing this whole fucking universe down, and here we're just gonna foreshadow that.
Oh yeah. So apparently, yeah, this is the last film in this Snyderverse.
That's it.
You can only see it. Further editions in the multi-Snyderverse, across the Snyderverse, with Black Spider-Man. No, wait, that's a different movie.
Yeah, and the Evan Rachel Wood's in it.
In the Spider-Mans?
Yeah, across the
she the Spider-Gwens?
Across the what's it verse?
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Snyderverse.
The Snyderverse
is dead. The Snyderverse is dead.
Long live the Snyderverse.
Yeah. Are they going to have a hot Israeli girl play another hot Israeli girl?
Honestly?
Gal Gadot. That's her name.
Just bring her back, dude. She was great.
As Wonder Woman? She doesn't have to be in a Wonder Woman movie. But apparently they canceled the next Wonder Woman movie. They canceled Black Adam 2. They canceled Aquaman 2. Aquaman, the worst movie I've ever seen. Aquaman's worse than Morbius.
Wait, Aquaman 2 is canceled?
Yeah.
So fucking Amber Heard didn't even lose out on nothing?
Nope.
Damn. And Johnny Depp gets to be Pirates of the Caribbean again?
Man, he's got that Sauvage deal back. I've been
Dog.
seeing the commercials on Hulu a lot.
Non-fucking stop.
It's just that company being like, you ever need cologne to cover up shit on your bed? Clearly, this would work for that. You ever do butt stuff and it goes wrong? Sauvage. But yeah, so Black Adam, you didn't finish it.
No.
Oh, man. He doesn't even fuck that chick at the end.
Yeah, of course
Superman
not.
shows up, though, which makes you think that there's going to be more Snyderverse. But then they said after the movie came out, no more Snyderverse.
R.I.P.
So what do you think? Have we wasted all of our time?
I mean, I don't know, dude. People online are like freaking out, like, yo, bring back the Snyderverse.
I mean, I feel like you can get anything to trend if you got 50 people tweeting a bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, Ron used to do it on a weekly basis, and that's obviously a larger audience. There's hundreds of thousands of people that were listening to Ron and Fez. But he used to just go, let's get this to trend and see what people's reaction are to it trending. And you could just do that. You have to react when I finish talking.
Interesting. So I'm trying to think, like, what do you want to get trending?
He got Ben Affleck's balls trending once, I recall.
No, but I'm saying kill the Snyderverse. Should we get that trending?
We need 50 people.
I think we can get 50
We can do
people.
that during High Society Radio this Thursday.
Okay.
We could, if you're listening to this, get in all your chats, the Discords and such. Let everybody know that they have to log on Twitter during High Society Radio this Thursday at 8. And at the beginning, Mike will have a graphic ready. Right?
Yep.
That's right, Mike. You just created more work for yourself. Mm-hmm. He's going to have a graphic ready. Luckily, I gave him some ADHD pills, so he'll be able to get this done. He'll have a graphic ready, and he'll say, kill the Snyderverse trending. Actually, we should make it misspelled. Kill the Skyderverse.
That feels like that's not going to catch.
I think you can get anything trending if you have enough people tweeting.
I mean, yeah, but it feels like you're trying to not at that point.
It's kill the Skyderverse. You'd still want to do kill the Snyderverse.
Yeah. I want that shit dead, homie.
All right. You were done with the Snyderverse. We're never watching. If they make another Snyderverse movie, we're not watching it. But I told you Superman's came back in the end, and he was like, kind of like, we need to talk to Black Adam. And it's like, it seemed like they might kind of throw down, and it'd be like, fight. You know what I'm saying? Remember that?
If they made another Shazam,
I would absolutely watch another Shazam. Now, was the Suicide Squad technically part of the Snyderverse?
I don't know.
Was Peacemaker?
Peacemaker, I don't think so. Well,
Peacemaker was that same universe.
Yeah. So I think it would have to be because Waller's his boss.
Oh, yeah. It's the same Waller.
Yeah.
I think they can keep it and just... Nobody fucking cares anymore. Like, nobody cares about continuity in these movies. Nobody cares about continuity in comics. They've rebooted... Whatever. I'm done. Comics have... That's where I just... The amount of anger I could fucking... Oh! Good night.